Yeah, I'm back. Still rising out these ashes. It's May 8th, 2024, around 5:30. Well, I don't even know what's somewhere around there. PM. In downtown Seattle. I sent through, just got done taking care of my business. But I guess while I'm here, this is what I'm going to show y'all. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, maybe a little bit after that, man, it was none of this hanging out, sitting back. Hanging out, sitting back, just right now they're just all leaning and, you know, doing their drugs, smoking their cigarettes or whatever. Now, I'm not here to, you know, put nobody on blast or anything or what they're doing, what their habits or anything. But there was this thing called the war on drugs, right? There was this thing called the war on drugs. Back in the early 90s, in the 90s, 2000s, and some change. Probably a little bit longer than that, but that's from the times I've been out here on and off. You know, we couldn't just sit here and stand here. You know, my kind, or I wouldn't say my kind, but the type of activities that we were involved in, we couldn't just stand there. And we definitely wasn't doing no dope. I mean, we couldn't even smoke no trees, right? Because there'd be bikers and, you know, rolling around, trying to combat the war on drugs. And here we are today, 2024, and it seems like it failed. Like, almost all of them guaranteed is leaning and doing dope. And part of it is because they made it legal. You know, to a degree they made it legal. But still, it's like, you see, the people that ain't got nothing to do with that is over here. Walking by, shopping, about to grab something to eat, stuff like that. Them over there, they're doing drugs. So my thing is, where's the war on drugs now? When we was out here smoking weed, trying to get our money, they was all up on us with the bikers. Now look at this. There ain't no bikers. There ain't no police. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody trying to crack down, make no arrests or nothing. I'm not saying that's the answer. But it just shows that the so-called war on drugs was really a war on melanated youth that was out here railroaded to get a sack to get some money. You know what I'm saying? And then they knowing that, they playing things. Y'all remember Tuesday and Thursday? You know, Vice Night, stuff like that. We had to watch out for stuff like that. And then they got smooth, they got slick with it. They'll switch it up where it won't always be Tuesday and Thursday. They'll switch it up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or however else they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Now I've been walking past here on and off ever since the lockdowns uplifted a couple of years ago, and it's still the same. In fact, I think it got worse. It got worse, you know, because SPD, they'll be lined up this, you know, up and down this way. You know, I wouldn't even dare eat at McDonald's. I ain't ate McDonald's first of all in years, and this ain't bad publicity on McDonald's. This is not what this is. I'm just saying, ask yourself, would you want to wait in line over there to grab food over there? There's way more options to begin with anyway. So the war on drugs, to me, is really a fraud, and it's actually worse. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. This somewhat stands as a confirmation that you see no hustle. I don't see no hustlers, no D boys, you know, D girls. Even though looks could be deceiving, you know what I'm saying? But you know, but I don't see them. So therefore, I also don't see, what else do I see? I don't see no SPD. That, if we do the math, that tells you there ain't no hustlers or no young melanated black youth out here to arrest and harass and put in jail and embarrass, sitting us down on the concrete, you know what, you know, all that, you know, face down and everything on the with a knee in our back. Here come one, here come two. I'm walking in the sunlight though. I want to go this way. Might as well though. There should be some sunlight over here. But yeah. People just sitting here doing dope, killing themselves. And they're just watching it. They just waiting. Man, I remember last year, you know, there was a couple officers here and there walking in twos, and what they were doing, they were walking. Here's an example. I'm not saying right here, but I'm just using an example. A cubby way right here, and then somebody might be leaning, looking like they're not breathing. Or here, let's use right here, or laying out or whatever. And they'll go like this and check to just see if they're alive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that's crazy. It came down to this, where you know people are doing themselves in with their drug of choice, and now it's just like, never mind, forget it. We ain't gonna worry about them. But if they're unalive, then we're gonna just call the ambulance and the AMR and stuff like that, and put them on the gurney and get them out of here. So I don't know if this is going to be a part one, but this is definitely you know, proof that the war on drugs was really a war on the young black youth in the in the 90s and the 2000s. You know, and whenever other time that I ain't been out here on that frequency. So yeah, if you ever come to Seattle, you know this is like 3rd Avenue. And yeah. So don't forget to love yourself. Love yourself first. Doesn't mean you can't love others, or you have to love others. But loving yourself first, acknowledging yourself first, that's where it all starts. You start from the inside out. Loving yourself first isn't a look. You know what I'm saying? Although it can be, but there's a couple components to it. But you can look like you love yourself by wearing all the fires, expensive stuff, but really be empty inside. If you're not feeling, you know, that self-love and nourishing inside yourself, then that should tell you to start inside. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't look fly. Nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't matter if you don't start inside. All right, one love, peace. Oh, here's the clock right now. So if it's right, it's 4:35, but I don't believe it. Whatever.